Hello, my name is Megan. This is my entire TBR. This is my entire physical TBR.
I was in pure shock. I thought I might have misheard.
Today, we're gonna go through every single book that is on my TBR. I'm gonna bare my soul to you and name every book that's on my TBR. I think they're all here. If I miss one, I will put it in the editing. I'm also not sure what number we're gonna be at right now. It's gonna be less than the episode of TBR 200 that's coming this weekend because I've read some books, so some books are not on my TBR anymore that you don't know about, you don't know I've read them. So I'm not sure the number is, probably like 290 something that we've got here, but yeah, we are gonna go through every single book that is behind me right now. There's 300 of them. Well, not quite anymore, but there's about 300 of them. So I like to do this video every year as kind of like a time capsule of where my TBR was every year. Now, this year, it is so important that you guys tell me what your best books from this list are, what books you've loved, what books you've really liked from this list. Also tell me what books you really have not enjoyed. I need to know both. This is important gathering of information here.
So I decided to go and investigate it.
Because I am going to be doing some videos next year based on what you guys say. So it's very important. I need the info from you. Usually we go through this in genres. So I'll go through like all the fantasy books on my TBR, all the mystery books on my TBR. This time, as you can see, everything is mixed up. So we're gonna be going through it in stacks. We have 7 stacks, and there you'll be able to see the TBR kind of slowly dissipate from behind me. So yeah, let me know whether you prefer going through it in genre or whether by the end of the video you kind of preferred seeing the TBR disappear. Shall we dive into my TBR? I'm literally just gonna hold every book up and tell you what they are, but I'm excited if you are. Let's just dive into it. Okay, stack number 1.
I'm very sorry if I've let anyone down or if I've caused any ag, but I have to look after number 1.
First we have Tyler Johnson Was Here by J. Coles, Related by Murder by Robin Castle, The Cruel Prince by Holly Black, Myrtle Volume 2 by J.T. Carber. Don't worry, Murder Volume 1 is somewhere else, just not in this stack. This Dark Descent by Kaylin Josephson, Ellie Engel Saves Herself by Leah Johnson, Alias Grace by Margaret Atwood, one of the oldest books on my TBR now. This is like long before I even started BookTube. This has been on my TBR since. The Last Unicorn by Peter S. Beagle, Bad Gays, A Homosexual History by Hugh Lemmy and Ben Miller, When Ghosts Call Us Home by Katja D. Becerra, The Lesbiana's Guide to Catholic School by Sonora Reyes, The Bone Season by Samantha Shannon, The Turnglass by Gareth Rubin. This is a super fun book where it's like 2 books in one. I need to get to this one. Alice by Christina Henry, Death on Gokkeman Island by Seshi Yokomizo, Bookshop Tours of Britain by Louise Boland, Sanditon by Jane Austen, Jane Eyre by Charlotte Bronte, Most Ardently by Gabe Cole Novoa, The Book of the Most Precious Substance by Sarah Gran, Adrift in Currents Clean and Clear by Seanan Maguire, The Bones Beneath My Skin by TJ Klune, Dungeon Crawler Carl by Matt Dinnerman, The Next Girl by Amiko Jean, Guilty by Definition by Susie Dent, Come and Get It by Kylie Reid, Middle of the Night by Riley Sager. Also, I don't know why there's so much dust in the air in this room right now. I hope you can't see the dust on camera. There's like a lot of dust in the air. What is going on? Is my living room just dusty? Maybe I need to come downstairs and dust this room. There's like, maybe it's the books though actually, because I'm kind of slamming them on the ground and that's where I can see all the dust. So maybe the problem is the books, that I've let them collect dust. Oh no. Anyways, The Main Character by Jacqueline Goldis, 7 Lively Suspects by Katie Watson. I want to get to this one really bad. I want to read this soon. Imposter Syndrome by Joseph Knox, Jane Austen's Bookshelf by Rebecca Romney, Bat Eater by Kylie Lee Baker, Watermoon by Samantha Soto-Yambo, and Pomona Afton Can So Solve a Murder by Bellamy Rose. That is stack number 1 down. Oh my god. Time for stack number 2. Here she is.
I wouldn't pick you up with 2 shitty sticks. Shut up.
We have got The Floating Admiral by The Detection Club, A Pirate's Life for Tea by Rebecca Thorne. No, I have not read the first one. I didn't realise when I requested the arc of this that the first book was Can't Spell Treason Without Tea, so I need to read that before I can even read this. I don't even own that book. I don't even own it. A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas. I shouldn't even be yapping this much in this video, but anyways I am. This is not a book that I have any interest in reading. I only hold on to it in case I have to read it one day for a video, which I think is a possibility. This and The Cruel Prince by Holly Black, I have no interest in reading myself. I keep them because I don't want to have to repurchase them if I have to read them for a video one day. So that's that. Witches of Moonshine Manor by Bianca Moraes. The Pairing by Casey McQuiston. The Changing Man by Tomi Oyemekinde. Stay Awake by Megan Golden. The Other People by CJ Tudor. Unruly by David Mitchell. 1222 by Anne Holt. Burial Rites by Hannah Kent. Fair Play by Louise Hegarty. The Monogram Murders by Sophie Hannah. You'll Never Be Me by Jessie Sutanto. Spoiler Alert by Olivia Dade. A Witch's Guide to Fake Dating a Demon by Sarah Hawley. Starling House by Alex E. Harrow. Alice's Adventures in Wonderland and Through the Looking Glass by Lewis Carroll. The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes by Arthur Conan Doyle. The Grace Keepers by Kirsty Logan. Pelagia and the White Bulldog by Boris Akunin. For the First Time Again by Sylvain Nouvel. The Impossible Fortune by Richard Osman. I will be reading this soon. The Once and Future Sex by Eleanor Janega. Crumbs by Dani Sterling. Escaping from Houdini by Kerry Maniscalco. Lovely War by Julie Berry. A Slow Fire Burning by Paula Hawkins. The Long Weekend by Gilly Macmillan. The Book That Wouldn't Burn by Mark Lawrence. Marpole by a collection of writers. Agatha Christie, A Very Elusive Woman by Lucy Worsley. 9 Elms by Robert Brysander. Undoctored by Adam Kay. And Cloud Cuckoo Land by Anthony Doerr. Oh my god. This is crazy. We've done 2 of the stacks. How long is this gonna take? My god, okay. 2 down, 5 to go. Let's get on to stack number 3.
You keep that chin up, yeah? All 3 of them.
We have got Tiny Pretty Things by Sonia Charipotra and Donya Clayton. This has been on here a long time. I need to read this already. Love Saves the Day by Gwen Cooper. Also, the light is coming in and underlighting me from my trousers. I don't know if it looks good or looks really bad. I can't tell on the viewfinder, but it is what it is. No Surrender by Constance Maud. Moxie by Jennifer Matthew. That's been on there a long time. That's been on there a really long time. My god, I need to get some of these off here. The Murder of Mr. Wickham by Claudia Gray. All the Hidden Monsters by Amy Jordan. Heart of the Race, Black Women's Lives in Britain by Beverly Bryan, Stella Dadsey and Susanna Scaff. Dark and Shallow Lies by Ginny Myers-Sane. We Ride Upon Sticks by Quan Barry. And The Trees Crept In by Dawn Kurtagich. One that's been on my TBR for so long that I need to read. This is always on like want to read lists and I never get to it. On Earth as It Is on Television by Emily Jane. The House of Last Resort by Christopher Golden. The Luminous Dead by Caitlin Starling. Say You Remember Me by Abby Jimenez. Guys, it is the books with the dust. If you can see the dust, it's the books. Every time I fling another book, I'm now seeing a cloud of dust from certain books. Apologies if you can see that. Spinning Silver by Naomi Novik. Within These Wicked Walls by Lauren Blackwood. I think Britney Spears loved this book or something, that's why I got it. Okay. How High We Go in the Dark by Sekoa Nagamatsu. Apologies also if I'm mispronouncing the author's name. We know I mispronounce everything in the English language and other languages. I can't pronounce anything. Obviously I'm reading out like 300, less than 300, but a lot of authors' names here. So apologies if I mispronounce anything or any titles. Apologies for any mispronunciations. There's a lot of things to pronounce. A History of Britain and 10 Enemies by Terry Deary. The Chosen and the Beautiful by Nevo. A Perilous Undertaking by Deanna Rayborn. Rise to the Sun by Leah Johnson. I feel like I might need to go pull the curtain over. Or does it look really good? I can't tell. Do I look either like the best I've ever looked or do I look horrific? This is really bothering me as I film. The Decagon House Murders by Yukito Ayamatsu. Save the Cat Writes a Novel by Jessica Brody. Rouge by Mona Awad. Haven't You Heard by Marie Leconte. Actually, I'm a Murderer by Terry Deary. Both Terry Dearys were in the same stack. Strange Grace by Tessa Grattan. The Young Elites by Marie Lu. The Shadow Cabinet by Juno Dawson. Never Saw Me Coming by Vera Kurian. 14 Days by various authors. The Girl Who Fell Beneath the Sea by Axio. This is such a beautiful edition that I own. Oh, I should read it. Only a Monster by Vanessa Len. Once Upon a Broken Heart by Stephanie Garber. This is one, I love this edition. It's like one of the most beautiful books that I own. Let me get the dust jacket off as well. I mean, it's one of the most beautiful books I own. I obviously didn't love Caraval. I am still interested in reading this, but I feel like I need to find out what information I need to know since I'm not going to continue the Caraval series going into this, because I know they are linked. Murder Before Evensong by Richard Coles and A Death in the Paris by Richard Coles. And last book of the stack, 6 Crimson Cranes by Elizabeth Lim. I can't believe I haven't read this. How have I not read this yet? I suppose this year has been struggle with fantasy, but this is also, it's also one of the most beautiful books that I own. It's so beautiful. How many stacks is that? Are we down 3? Okay, look at that. Look at all those books on. You can't tell, but they are just on a huge heap right next to me. Once we're like halfway through the stack, we're halfway. So no pressure. I had to get up and close the blind. So we either knew that the rest of this looked awful, or I just got rid of the best lighting I've ever known. Who knows? I didn't expect this to have a lighting saga. Let's get into stack number 4, which is basically the stack I've been hiding the whole time. So this is gonna be a surprise. Who knows what's gonna be here? We have got Down and Out in Paris and London by George Orwell, The Escape Room by Megan Goldin, The Midnight Peacock by Catherine Woodfine. There is another one in this series somewhere. We'll see when we see it. The Very Merry Murder Club by various authors. The 13th Tale by Diane Setterfield, The Mansfield Park Murder by Lynn Shepherd, another book called The Escape Room, this time by L.D. Smithson. Funny they were in the same stack as well. Love in the Time of Serial Killers by Alicia Thompson, Mistborn Book 1, The Final Empire by Brandon Sanderson. I'm scared about this one. I'm really scared about that. I feel like I might have to read that soon though. Jane Steele by Lindsay Fay. Plain Bad Heroines by Emily M. Danforth. How to Kill Men and Get Away With It by Katie Brent. Someone in Time by various authors. I got this because Shauna Maguire, Alex E. Harrow, and Theodora Goss, and maybe some more of my favourite authors are in this. I love Theodora Goss. I'm always desperately searching for more Theodora Goss written work. The Lie Tree by Frances Harding, Concrete Rose by Angie Thomas, The City in Glass by Nevo, Vera Wong's Guide to Snooping on a Dead Man by Jessie Sutanto, Other People's Clothes by Kalle Henkel. This is a book that's been on here forever and I can't even remember what it's about. So that's fun. Oh, a book I really need to get to soon. The New Jim Crow by Michelle Alexander, Kairos by Jenny Erpenbeck, The Mistletoe Mystery by Nita Prose, So Many Beginnings by Bethany C. Morrow, But a Backstory by Heather Radke, The Glass Switch by Lindsay Packett, Not Quite Dead Yet by Holly Jackson, House of Hunger by Alexis Henderson, Manslaughter Park by Terza Price, Poetry Unbound, 50 Poems to Open Your World by Padraig O'Twama. I might have mispronounced that, I apologise. The Night Ship by Jess Kidd, The Seventh Veil of Salome by Silva Morena Garcia, Just Another Missing Person by Gillian McAllister, Hellier and Death by Oscar Jensen, The Cautious Traveller's Guide to the Wastelands by Sarah Brooks, Silver Nitrate by Silva Morena Garcia. Funny that the Silva Morena Garcias are in the same stack. A Crime Through Time, Miss Darcy Investigates by Amelia Blackwell. And one book left. What is it? Oh, The Enigma of Room 622 by Joelle Dicker. Hello, it's Megan from the future. I'm going to be dropping in with some books that I forgot to include in the stack, so there's even more than there appeared to be there. The first set of books are my Book of the Month books that I've had for quite a long time. A lot of these are from like 2021. I forgot these because I usually keep them up here, and if you can see, like on the top of my bookshelf, so they just weren't with the rest of the TBR. So we need to go through these. So I'm including them here in stack 4, so shall we get into it? We have got Somebody's Daughter by Ashley C. Ford, The Collective by Alison Galen, Don't Cry For Me by Daniel Black, Darling Girl by Liz Machowski, The Keeper of Night by Kylie Lee Baker, Black Cake by Charmaine Wilkerson, Harlem Shuffle by Colson Whitehead, Upgrade by Blake Crouch, True Biz by Sarah Novick, Everything We Didn't Say by Nicole Bart, The Good Left Undone by Adriana Trigani, Things We Do in the Dark by Jennifer Hillier, The Lincoln Highway by Amor Towles, Take My Hand by Deline Perkins Valdez, White Horse by Erica T. Worth, Breathless by Amy McCulloch, Dating Dr. Dill by Nisha Sharma, Apples Never Fall by Leanne Moriarty, The Stardust Thief by Chelsea Abdullah, Tell Me Everything by Erica Krause, The Lies I Tell by Judy Clark. I've especially become more interested in this book since The Ghostwriter came out this year, and I'm very interested in that. So I'm like, has Judy Clark been an author I've been sleeping on a bit? Like a Sister by Kelly Garrett, Age of Vice by Deepti Kapoor, As Long as the Lemon Trees Grow by Zulfa Katu. This is one I've been meaning to read for so long. So many have told me to read this one. Thistlefoot by Jenna Rose Nevercott, Bittersweet by Susan Kane, A Little Hope by Ethan Joella. Oh my gosh, guys, we're over halfway. This stack of books is crazy. The fact that I have to get these all back upstairs and organised again is enough to make a grown woman cry. Okay, next stack, on to stack number 5.
I've been working on this for 5 weeks.
Okay, let's get going. I'm gonna grab a few off the top. Mansfield Park by Jane Austen. Dangerous Women by Hope Adams. The Headmaster's List by Melissa de la Cruz. The Coldest Touch by Isabel Sterling. I'm gonna grab a few at a time, I hope that's okay. The Immortals by S.E. Lister. The Sweetness at the Bottom of the Pie by Alan Bradley. The Raw Shark Text by Stephen Hall. Thrum by Meg Smitherman. Whiteout by various authors. Promise Boys by Nick Brooks. Death on the Lusitania by R.L. Graham. That stack number 6 is so close to falling over. Let's hope for the best, everyone. Let's get through this quickly. Aggie Morton, Mystery Queen and the Body Under the Piano by Martha Jocelyn. She Left by Stacey Gray. The McMaster's Guide to Homicide, Murder Your Employer by Rupert Holmes. The Sword of Kaigen by M.L. Wang. The Truth About the Devlins by Lisa Scottoline. Villette by Charlotte Bronte. The House That Horror Built by Christina Henry. The Push by Ashley Audrain. Grave Expectations by Alice Bell. In the Dream House by Carmen Maria Machado, another one I need to get to soon. One of Us Knows by Alyssa Cole. What Mama Left Me by Renee Watson. I Was a Teenage Slasher by Stephen Graham Jones. Hashtag No Escape by Gretchen McNeil. Sense and Second Degree Murder by Terza Price. Catabasis by R.F. Kwong. The Wolf and the Woodsman by Ava Reed. Wolf Song by T.J. Klune. This Vicious Grace by Emily Thied. Something like that. Apologies. Another gorgeous edition as well. These, all the ones I'm saying are gorgeous are my Fairly editions, basically. Oh, I forgot about this book. The Key and the Lock by Beth Underdown. That's been on there a while. The List by Yomi Adegoke. The Kind Worth Killing by Peter Swanson. The Skeleton Key by Erin Kelly. The Skeleton Key by Erin Kelly. I was thinking in my brain, like, what is this and what is The Key and the Lock? The Skeleton Key? One book, two families, a lifetime obsession. This is what I'm saying. I feel like I'm shopping my own stack here a little bit. This is exciting stuff. The Night She Disappeared by Lisa Jewell. Blood Like Magic by Lizelle Sandbury. Oh my god, Megan. Get a grip. Get a grip and read this book. That's so annoying. I haven't read that yet. And final book in the stack. The Things We Do to Our Friends by Heather Darwent. Okay, stack number... Is this stack number 6? Stack number 6, everyone. This is major news. Everyone stay calm.
Look, cheeseburgers $1.60. Okay, well, I have $20.
Yay! Oh my god. Okay, I need to be very careful how I take stuff from this stack. We have got The Murders at Fleet House by Lucinda Riley. All the Lonely People by Mike Gale. The Man in Black by Lynn Shepherd. The Odds by Lindsay Puckett. Royal Assassin by Robin Hobb. The Lake House by Sarah Beth Durst. Murder Volume 1 by JT Carver. I told you it was somewhere. This book has sadly got a bit damaged, but it is The Blackbirder by Dorothy B. Hughes. The Whisper Man by Alex North. Oh, these are some great ones here. We have got Kill Creatures by Rory Power. Bless Your Heart by Lindy Ryan. The Murder at the Vicarage by Agatha Christie. 10,000 Stitches by Olivia Atwater. Before You Knew My Name by Jacqueline Bublitz. The Painted Dragon by Catherine Woodfine. When Harry Was Here by Dustin Tao. I forgot I had this book. Swan Song by Edmund Crispin. Here she is. The Beast of Littleton Woods by T.E. Kinsey. The Memory Police by Yoko Ogawa. What is this one? Oh, A Talent for Murder by Peter Swanson. The End of Her by Sherry Lapina. Death Comes to Marlowe by Robert Thorogood. Murder Most Unladylike by Robin Stevens. Problematic Summer Romance by Miss Ali Hazelwood. Dead Famous by Greg Jenner. Voyage of the Damned by Frances White. Wild Dark Shore by Charlotte McConaughey. Oh my god. 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 Okay, everyone stay calm. Okay, where was I? Miss Winter in the Library with a Knife by Martin Edwards. This One Summer by Gillian Tamaki and Mariko Tamaki. The Bright and the Pale by Jessica Rubinowski. Star Daughter by Shweta Thakkar. A Psalm of Storms and Silence by Roseanne A. Brown. The Gilded Walls by Roshani Chotsky. This has been on my TBR for so long. This is one I need to get off soon. The Testaments by Margaret Atwood. Again, been on there forever. I got that in Costco. The Other Side of Mrs. Wood by Lucy Barker. The Light We Carry by Michelle Obama. Forgot I had this. I enjoyed Becoming so much that I wanted to get this, but I forgot about that book. One Dark Window by Rachel Gillick. Jade Fire Gold by June C.L. Tan. Okay, everyone, that is stack number 6 done. We have one stack left. We have stack number 7. I'm scared about its structural integrity, so I may take fairly big chunks of the stack down at a time because I'm scared it's all gonna fall down. But let's get into stack number 7, our final stack.
You're gonna die in 7 days.
We have got The Dinner Guest by B.P. Walter, Nevermore, The Trials of Morrigan Crow by Jessica Townsend. This is a series that people tell me to read all the time, this middle grade fantasy. The Windsor Knot by S.J. Bennett, Afterlove by Tanya Byrne, Ariadne by Jennifer Saint, The Downstairs Girl by Stacey Lee, The City of Brass by S.A. Chakraborty, Keeper of Enchanted Rooms by Charlie N. Holmberg, This Book Kills by Ravina Guron, The Adventures of Maud West, Lady Detective by Susanna Stapleton. That's a non-fiction I really want to get to. People of Abandoned Character by Claire Whitfield. Midnight is the Darkest Hour by Ashley Winstead. Oh my god, I've forgotten a whole load of Agatha Christie books. Do you know what? I'm gonna film them tomorrow for you. Okay, and I'm gonna insert here the stack of Agatha Christie books that I know are behind a certain part of my bookshelf that I always forget. I'm gonna film that like at my bookcase. So here they are. Let's pretend they were in stack 7. Okay, and then yeah, here is the stack of Agatha Christie books that hide, because I kind of put these to one side because a lot of these I am not gonna read until I'm at that point in their series. These are just the special editions I collect. Night Watching by Tracy Sierra is also here. Guys, there's gonna be some books at the end of this that I just have to tell you what they are, and I don't know where they are. It's a mess. The book organisation in this house is a mess. Anyways, the Agatha Christie's that I'll just tell you the title. These are all Agatha Christie. We have Cat Among the Pigeons by Agatha Christie. I said I wouldn't say it. Halloween Party. I do want to show these covers off for longer though, because they're so beautiful. Five Little Pigs. Dead Man's Folly, I love that one. I just love these editions. Autumn Chills. Oh, we also have Sinister Spring. These are like short story collections, those two. Then we have 450 from Paddington and Hercule Poirot's Christmas. I think that's it for those ones. The Archive of the Forgotten by A.J. Hackworth. Puck and Prejudice by Leah Riley. A Case of Mice and Murder by Sally Smith. Us Against You by Frederick Backman, Naked in Death by J.D. Robb, Atomic Habits by James Clear, Jane Austen at Home by Lucy Worsley. I want to read this so bad. Finley Donovan Jumps the Gun by El Cosimano, Some Girls Are by Courtney Summers, Only on the Weekends by Dean Atta. We've got Stuck Up and Stupid by Angourie Rice and Kate Rice, London, A Guide for Curious Wanderers by Jack Cheshire, Private Rights by Julia Armfield, A Lapse Away by Darcy Littlebadger, Feminists Don't Wear Pink and Other Lies, edited by Scarlett Curtis. This is another one of the oldest books on my list, and I feel like it might be a bit outdated. Just the vibe it gives me. But we will see. I need to get to that. Unraveller by Frances Harding. The Essex Serpent by Sarah Perry. Deep Light by Frances Harding. I have a lot of Frances Harding on my TBR because I read one book and I was obsessed and I haven't read one since. Family Law by Elizabeth Acevedo. The Fountains of Silence by Ruta Sepetys. A Million to One by Abida Jagrida. Harlots, Whores and Hackabouts by Kate Lister. The Language of Thorns by Leigh Bardugo. And our final book, dun, 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 is Ducks by Kate Beaton. Actually, that's probably not a final book. I'm now going to insert any other books that are on my Goodreads TBR and I know are somewhere, but I can't find for whatever reason. So let me now insert like digitally those books because they are out there, they exist. So let me now insert those quickly. Maybe in Another Life by Taylor Jenkins Reid, All the Colours of the Dark by Chris Whitaker, The Tree of Yoga by BKS Iyengar, Rusty Brown by Chris Ware, The Kite Runner by Khaled Hosseini, The Keys to Kindness by Claudia Hammond, and Everyone Here is Lying by Shari Lapina. Okay, there we have it. That is my entire TBR. My god, you would not believe the stack of books that are now on my living room floor that I now have to take back upstairs. I'm not sure I'm up to it. I'm not sure I can hack it.
Are you tough enough for the job?
No.
But anyways, please let me know books you liked here, books that you didn't like here. And actually, if you've gotten to the end, can you please also let me know books that you haven't heard nothing about here that you would like to know about? Like books you've never heard someone review. Like Harlots, Whores and Hackabouts. YouTube might not let you comment that, I don't know. But like any books here that you haven't really heard anything about that you would be interested in hearing more about. I'd love to know that also because that kind of gives me an idea of what you guys would like me to read. So that is my entire TBR. I reckon the number currently is 29 something, but you guys know, well, this is like filmed partway through a TBR 200 video, so like it won't match what begins that TBR 200 episode or ends that TBR 200 episode. It won't match anything. I will see you around. Thank you for watching this video, and thank you for your comments in advance because they really help me out. And yeah, love you, goodbye. I'll see you around.